Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So in this episode, we are going to go to Nekataka, turn in some quests, and then head back on out to the sea, where we will probably wind up at Bekarna's Observatory toward the end of this episode. So what we're going to do first is head over to Nekataka. Let's go to Queen's Birth, and we will turn in the quest for the Obsidian Trading Company. So we do have a quest that requires us to be turned in. It's a bounty, and we have to talk to Ania down here, who is a part of the Obsidian Trading Company, and then we can turn that quest in to her. There she is. I dealt with the Siwa, and this does boost up our reputation with the Obsidian Trading Company, which is pretty nice at this point in time.
And I have nothing more to offer you, save this.
Farewell. Yes, that is the last quest we do get from her, so we have to move on with our other bounties and complete those. Let's go talk to the director, Castol, here in the headquarters. I think this is him. No, this is the governor. So he's upstairs. Yeah, he should be in this room here.
You've been a great assistance to us in the city, I hear. A great many glowing reports. Now then,
About Crooksburg.
did you have a reason for coming by? Ah, yes, that business. What became of it?
Castol busies himself polishing his spectacles. The slaves are free.
I see. I'm certain you had your reasons.
Castol ducks his head, momentarily flustered. I can't believe you expected me to help slavers.
I didn't. I meant no offense, Watcher. Truly, I should have entrusted you with the full story. Clearly, I should have. But out beyond the Kahanga's tribe's reach, all over Eora, the trade continues. It is a source of income I could scarcely afford to overlook, even with devils like Ferrante taken into account. I was not there, and so I am certain you handled matters as you saw fit. You have proven yourself capable without doubt, and there are worthier tasks ahead of us.
Okay, so we do get the full experience for this. We didn't get a reputation boost, which is to be expected since we didn't really help him out. Alright, so the next task on our list is to probably head and turn in the rest of these bounties that we have. So we do have a few bounties we need to turn in now. The first one is Cherno. We do have a shrewd proposition we need to turn in as well. That's for Captain Aldi's. We also need to talk to the Queen, Onikaza. That one's not done. And we should have, that's the Royal Deadfire Company. We have this one. So we do have to go to turn in those two, which are on our way to the palace. Let's first go to the Sacred Stairs. And we turn in that bounty there. I think we probably want to go to... Let's just go to the Sacred Stairs. We'll be fine. Okay, so we should find her on the third level here. Let's just walk around this temple, and she should be up here by this vendor. This is where I got the Magrin shield from, over here.
Supplies, get your supplies here.
Alright, there she is.
Hunter, do you come to serve your coin bond?
One dead aesthetic for you.
Then our clients have transmuted gold into justice.
Alright, we get some copper and some experience.
You have proven to me that you know the value of a coin bond. There is more work for you, if you'll have it.
What bounties do you have available?
Onadere the Siren haunts the rocky shore, and steers ships to a watery grave. The surviving crews of a dozen vessels have rallied their coin against her. She can be found in the western isles of the great Kua Urakuhu chain.
I'll return with her head. Very well. Okay, so she's on the way to Matario Kozi, which is where we have to go for the prince. It's actually nearby Bekarna's Observatory, which is where we'll be later on. So maybe we can hit that quest up before we actually take on Bekarna's Observatory. One more thing I want to do before we talk to the queen is go and talk to Facina, who's in the dark cupboard, and we can convince her to join our party. And while we're there, we might as well sell our stuff that we picked up from our last bounty runs. Alright, let's go chat up Facina.
Kue, what do you want?
Show me what you have for sale. Okay, I'm gonna sell this stuff, then we can come back when I'm done. Alright, I'm done.
Kue, what do you want?
You don't seem very happy here. Why not voyage with me for a change?
Madiko. I fought so hard to get here, but I won't miss a splinter of this place. Hey, imp! I quit. For what it is worth, I have not enjoyed a moment of our time together.
Huh? Make Master angry. Arkamir will grow a turnip in nasty Facina's mouth. Be safe. Many horrors out there.
Oh, he likes her.
Agrasima, I think. Corres. Wherever you're headed, it can't be worse than here.
Okay, so she is a wizard, obviously. And I think she is a conjurer. Yeah, subclass conjurer. So we can make her a druid combination, which is kind of nice. Wonder what her druid subclass is. Oh, okay, she's an animist too. That's nice. She's a damage dealing druid. Well, it's another party member for our boat, at least. I probably won't use her as a companion, though I should level her up. Alright, let's head on over to the Queen's Palace. We'll talk with her and tell her what happened to the slavers and the tribe that we united for their alliance. Go to the rooftop. There we go. There is the queen. Let's chat with her.
My scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki. Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them?
You can look forward to the Wahaki support when the need arises.
You have united the Huana with our missing limb.
Yeah, so she really likes that.
Prayer and the wisdom of Kohopa will help steer my next course. I will send for you in time.
Farewell. Okay, that's it. Let's head back down. Okay, so now what we need to do is turn in this bounty.
What say, Hunter?
Looks like her luck ran out.
So it has.
Alright, experience, copper.
She was like a greased pyre in her day, slipping between hands that never grasped her for long. Nothing lasts forever. Good work, Hunter.
What bounties do you have available?
My contacts hiss of Flamewalker Vesali, a Naga shaman with a venomous tongue. During a conflict between clans, Vesali lured a rival leader into an ambush under the guise of truce. Her snake brethren want her snuffed out. She is rumored to be near the territory she claimed in the eastern parts of the Kawa-Orukuhu island chain.
I'll return with her head. Farewell. Okay, so we have this other bounty as well, which is in the same island chain we need to go to for Bekarna's Observatory. So I do have some levels. I'm going to level these guys up, and then I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, so I'm back. I'm all leveled up. Let's find out where we need to go. We have Merconis Folly, and we also have these two bounties here. Onadere the Siren, and Flamewalker Vasali. Let's see if we can find them on the map. Okay, so we need to go there and there. And then Flamewalker's way over there. Okay. Eventually we need to make our way to Matario Cozy, and then out past that is the mapping quest that we have to complete as well. Alright, let's go to the Onadere's Temptress first. We'll take care of that one, and then we'll head on over to the Bekarna's Observatory. Alright, I want to change some settings, so I got that changed. So let's go on in. Alright, so these look like a bunch of undead. Let's get some stealth and walk around them and try to engage on our own terms. I want to get to the weaker ones, like the Shades and the Wraiths. Those Earth Elementals are going to be a pain. Yeah, I'm changing the settings. I actually I'm going to hotkey the settings so I can change the combat speed and make it a little bit easier to do. So let's have everybody else on this Wraith here. It should go down pretty fast. I also did, when I leveled up, I also got a new summon for my main character, which will be nice. I'll try it out in this battle. Let's get the bear and this Wraith, and everybody else in this Wraith. I'm going to try to do slow motion at the beginning, just so I have to pause it as often. Alright, everybody's in my tank. We can engage.
Yeah?
This should be a pretty quick fight. It's not going to be that much of an issue. Yep, so there's the summon. We have our plant summon, which is a ranged character, which is kind of nice. It's a good balance. The dragons and the ogres are all melee. This one's ranged, and it does nature damage. So if it comes across an enemy that takes a lot of nature damage, we can definitely use this particular person here. It's not as tanky as the ogres, but it works. So definitely be helpful whenever we get into combat. This shouldn't be a problem. I did check the settings as well, and all the scaling is correct. Everything's scaled to my level. The NPCs are just really weak at this point in time. Okay, let's get some heals going for our characters. And they inspired as well. Also, when I leveled up my hunter, I also did get another chant that I forgot to put into this book. And what it does is it converts 25% of damage into healing. So I need to make sure that I add that to my book whenever I am out of combat. Alright, looks like somebody leveled up. Another thing that I did with my hunter is I gave her another casting ability that's more DPS oriented and not the healing one that she already has. So she's more flexible now. She can do a tornado that can interrupt and goes through a line of targets, which is very nice for her. It's got a good range as well. Alright, this fight's just about over. I'll try to speed it up. Alright, she's dead. And we get a new item. Humility. Looks like a generic light armor. That'll be good. Let's grab the other loot. And let's get out of this place.
Indeed. I'm here.
Alright, let's head back to the boat. Oh, we can go to the battleground and check that out. Nothing really of importance. Yeah, so let's go back to the boat. Now we can head to Bekarna's Observatory, up to the north. Should be around the corner here. I'm gonna grab this stuff as well. Can't turn down free stuff. Let's go here too. Alright, hardtack. And okay, there we go. This way. Alright, there it is. Let's go inside. Alright, we're at Bekarna's Observatory. So we do have to find Bekarna's research. A few things I need to do though before we move on is level up Edar and our healer. I will do that and also get some things sorted out with the inventories so that I can actually use the quick items and during the battles that we have, because these battles are fairly tough. So I'll be back when I'm done with those things. Alright, everybody is leveled up and situated, so let's try to get some good pulls here. You do wind up doing a lot of... you do wind up doing a lot of pulls here that are just really hard. Where you draw lots of groups of people because people are up here and have to run down to the nearest place. Okay, so he says we're in a library and you can't find the right book? Look harder at the words, not just the pictures. He pretty much called them all stupid. So we have these guys here. There's some people up here. When you aggro these guys run down. And there's a lot of mages too, which just cast a lot of spells. So it's going to be really tough to try to do this. I'm going to have to get everybody back here. I'm going to have to have him just kind of tank everybody here. Maybe Edar can get around the groups. But you know what I could do? I could actually just, let's get some traps set.
Yep.
That'll be good.
Something I can do.
Then they just run through these traps and... oh, I can only have one at a time. Okay. One trap at a time, which is okay. This should be a good spot for it.
Ready.
Our own people don't have to worry about those because we see them, we know where they are. Alright, that's going to be one pull. Hopefully we don't get too many people. I am on like the slowest setting here. Alright, I'm going to get this group pulled here. You're going to trigger the trap. Now they're sickened. Now I can hit them. Alright. That's really good. Let's get on this war dog. We'll just try to take him down as fast as possible. One at a time. Okay, this guy needs to get hit. What are you guys doing? Come on. Get this trickster, I guess? No, let's just get this guy here.
That order's too tall. What do you need?
Okay, so here's another wizard.
Sure.
Let's have him go back here. Good, that dog's dead. Okay. No, this... why are you coming back here? Oh boy. I just need to have him just do this, not having any spells.
Hey, sure.
He seems to mess a lot of things up that way. Okay, so we do have some priests in this group. Like, this is a wizard, okay. But that's okay, because what we can do is we can, we do have Insect Plague, which is really good against, I'm going to actually concentrate this. It's good against healers, and it's good against casters.
Better than that.
Yes, indeed. Certainly.
What do you need? Can't make a dent.
So one neat interaction that I noticed in these fights when I had him in slow motion was that my ranger has this ability called driving flight, which means that her attacks can bounce to another target that is nearby. And because she's using the spearcaster, she has a 50% chance to knock back 2 targets and daze them both on hit, which is a pretty powerful interaction. Yeah, so even though we have these casters in the back, I've just been using my ranger's abilities to keep them at bay and prevent them from doing a lot of damage to the rest of the party, which kind of works out in our favor. I think we're doing good so far. I do need to kill that mage pretty soon. He's dead.
With relish.
I also have Kara set here, who's about to die as well. Okay, we do have some more people coming. I'm probably going to need to use my tank to engage them. Let's see if I can stop all three of them. I need to stop him. And there we go. Okay, so that's good. Now I think we can keep them from away from our main group, which will allow us to do more damage. Okay, I think we're pretty stable now. I'm going to actually just skip to the end of this fight so that we can see what happens after that.
What can I do? Very well.
Alright, that should be everyone here. I think we've completed this battle, and we all survived. No one actually died, which is good during the battle.
I'm here.
Well, let's see what we got now. Not too bad. We're at this point now where we actually can make a decent amount of money off this gear. That's the first battle of, I think there's 2 or 3 battles in here. I think we did pull more people than we should have in this battle. Let's make sure we are stealth. I think this is the way out. Okay, there's a couple people in here. This is the room where that other guy came out, the named guy with 2 ogres. It's only 2 guys. This actually should be a pretty quick fight for us.
I'm here at once.
Kind of surprised these 2 guys didn't come with the other group that was pulled from this room. That's actually odd. Alright, for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to skip this battle. Alright, that was a rather quick battle. So let's skip the gear and then let's move on.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I'm here.
So that's to the Ore, which is upstairs. We don't want to go there just yet. We actually want to make sure that this place is cleared out. We'll be able to find some scrolls and other things. Oh yes, that's a part of the quest. We actually need to get, I think 3 or 4 of these books. So we need to go ahead and find those as well. I don't think we'll have too many more encounters down in this part of the observatory. Most of them will be upstairs.
Let's see what we found.
Oh, there's a hidden item.
Happily.
We can get that. Just chain lightning. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, is anybody else in here? I think we're free. Okay. I'm gonna run around out of stealth now. Books, more books. More books. Hopefully a scroll. We get an ingredient. That's good. Rune powder.
Absolutely.
Alright, let's go this way. Let's go check this bottom section out down here.
Of course.
What's this?
Another hidden stash. Battle Run Grimoire. It's not too bad. We already have one of those. I need to look at our grimoires we actually have now that we've killed a couple of casters. So let's grab this one right here, and then we should be cleared on this level. Oh, another stash. Oh, that's not bad at all. Grants living illusions. 1% chance to gain the brilliant inspiration when receiving damage, and then grants mystical celerity. That looks like a caster item. So we have this thing, which is +4 deflection. Yeah, we could definitely upgrade. So that's gonna be nice. Yeah, you do find a lot of really cool items in here for your casters.
Oh, nice. What can I at once?
Alright, we should have everything down here. Let's head upstairs and then finish this episode up with the big battle. Alright, let's go stealth and then we'll go up there and find that group that we need to fight.
Not a sound.
It's kind of an interesting fight. I actually enjoy the fight and the music they have in the background for this one. And it's a callback to one of the fights that you had in the first series. Out of all the most annoying things in the world, those seagulls have to be like top 10 for sure. I wish there was like a setting to lower seagull volume. Alright, here's the group we need to fight. So we do need to worry about the Sigil of Atrophy and also the Sigil of Death here. If I get anywhere near those, it'll actually be a party wipe, so I need to be careful. I'm gonna see if I can try to pull everybody back to this corner here. We'll just have our tank stay here, and then we can have everybody else just go back, and we can trigger the dialogue with our tank. A skeletal figure clutches a scroll in both of his gnarled hands. His skin crinkles like old parchment, and his every movement pulls to the point of nearly tearing. He glances up, his eyes burning and severe in their intensity.
No. No! I watched you die, crushed under that castle. Your monument to hubris.
What little remains of his lips pulls back to reveal gumless teeth and a perpetual grimace.
Hey, it's our little skull. Oh, we thought we lost you. You've grown so much. A whole body now.
Silence! I've suffered several lifetimes worth of your inane babble already.
Consulhot bares his teeth at Adar.
Again you interrupt my plans, and again I am forced to compensate.
He closes his fist around the scroll and shoves it away. I was wondering what happened to my little pet.
Don't bother wasting your time on one-sided reminiscence. My days of bouncing in your shadow or being jostled among spears and daggers are over. This is the end of our sordid companionship.
Let's not fight. We just want our little skull back. The rest you can keep.
You will keep your hands away from me, cur. Whatever beginner's luck won you the day at Cragholt has expired. Fate brought us here to correct its error. One such offense was inexcusable. Your very presence, an abomination.
Speaking of abominations, didn't I kill you?
Few things delight me more than slamming the prophet door on the usher's hand.
His rictus grin splits wider still.
If the Circle sent you to interrupt my research, I'll fashion a scarecrow of your remains to deter their next hapless victim.
What's your interest in the Observatory?
That arcane upstart Bekarna might not have been as unhinged as we once assumed. The Circle discounted her theories about a deep well of power in the Deadfire. All that changed when I felt its pulse.
He closes his fingers as if to capture something ethereal from the air.
Your presence tells me that the Circle has felt it too.
You wouldn't be here if you found what you were seeking.
How astute. Now, if you're finished dissecting my academic setbacks, I am a rather busy lick.
Grimacing, Consulhot raises his bony fingers and mutters an incantation under his breath. Alright, let's move everybody back so that we can engage them properly. I should be far enough back. We should be okay out of the range of the sigils from here. It's not a very wide range. Let's try to engage them at a slower speed.
Here we go.
I'm going to try to distract Consulhot with my ogres. So the tactic I've used in the past is I like to distract him, kill everyone else, and then when everyone's dead I can just reset and then have him by himself so that we can just focus singly on him.
I'm no help here. I'm here.
I think most of these guys are melee, so what we could do is try to debuff them in some way. Let's cast Slicken and then just make it small so that it only hits those guys. I wonder if my ogres are stunned. Oh, there's actually one more guy back here. He's got a summon. I guess I can distract them as well. Alright, let's see if we can cleave these guys. Those dogs are struggling with that Slicken spell. I hear them falling down.
This thing isn't doing the job.
At least that spell's actually doing a pretty good job keeping them from hitting me too much, so that's good. I think most of these guys are actually fighters, so they have a lot more hit points than normal. I just need to keep focusing down. Probably the dogs first. Alright, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I think a few people have died so far, but we need to cast our ogres again.
May
And the music started playing that I enjoy in this battle. Everybody seemed to scatter for some reason. Now my healer's going down. He's getting pretty low. I need to keep him healed. That'd be bad if he actually went down.
Yes?
Oh no, somebody's actually petrified him. Oh, that's kind of bad. She can cast 2 Fingers of Daylight. Oh, good, he actually got the heal off, too. Let's get one more heal off from him. We should be fine after that.
What do you need?
Ooh, I forgot all about Consulate. Let me go get back on him with my ogres.
It's not working. What can I do? Yes.
Oh yeah, their priest is actually keeping him alive for way too long. Let's see if we can focus him down first. I think his dog's bugged or something. Maybe it's actually dead. Yeah, I think there's somebody in this bubble here that I need to kill. I think we stabilized. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit more so then we can get to the main fight. Alright, I've been fighting so long, it's daytime now. And what I need to do is break these sigils. Okay, so everybody else is dead, so what I need to do is reset as well. I'll try to reset, then I can come back and fight him. Alright, let's gather everybody up and then pull him back and see if we can get him to reset.
I'd be glad to.
Alright, we're out of combat now. Yeah, Consulate's over here. He's gonna be debuffing here in a second, and we'll be able to see him again. Let's just grab all this stuff first, and then we can re-pull him and then bring him back further.
Someone's up ahead.
Alright, I think we're ready for round 2. Let me try to pull him back here. Alright, back in combat. And cue epic music. Okay, let's get our summons out. Let's try a dragon this time. Let's try to hit him with a fire breath, see how that works. Uh-oh, I heard the sigil activate. Oh, I think my guys are too close. That's not good. Maybe I can try to kill that with the bear. Let's see if that works. Oh, my tank took one of the hits from the sigil, so now he's actually got a death counter on him. Right, let's get right back, and I'm gonna try to kill him back here. Alright, this is much better. We can actually engage him now. It shouldn't be too hard now that we have a full party and he is one person. So we should be able to take him out pretty quickly. I'm just going to speed up this part and then go to the end. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes of fighting and he's just about dead now. Okay, we did kill him, so we do have to deal with the sigils now. And the loot, we had an iron-classed grimoire, and we also get some cool scrolls, and we get Consi Hult's skull, which actually is a pet.
Intelligence of 6.
That's kind of fun.
I know what I'm doing. I shall.
I'm going to break these sigils and probably skip that part. It's kind of boring, and then we'll come back when I'm done. Alright, so that's done. Let's grab all this stuff in here.
Don't see why not.
The Panther? Okay. I actually need to read this and the other books as well. Let's read this. Records records the text of the Hawana constellation legend. One passage has been underlined. Reaching for a quiver and finding it empty, the huntress cast her bow to the ground and resolved to fight the Panther barehanded. Okay. That'll be a clue. We need to look at this now.
I'll take care of this.
This brass telescope has recently been cleaned. Both lenses are polished to a fine sheen. Let's look through. Clear the daytime sun prevents you from detecting any stars. You'll have to wait for night. Can we search for the Huntress? Yeah. We need to wait then.
Good thinking.
Let's look at, okay, it's just cannonballs. I'm gonna try to. Can we sleep? What time is it? It's actually just beginning to be day. All right, so I'm just gonna rest, and then that'll take us hopefully close to the night. And if not, then we can just sit around and wait until night comes. I do need to rest anyways to get my tank back up to full health and to not have this debuff on him. Okay, I want to switch this out. I want to get the Mohari meat for my mage because it gives me a bonus to might. That's better than the one I get from the Mariner's Porridge. Okay, so we did get to the 16th hour. Not too bad. I still have to wait a little bit longer so I can be at night. Let's go to about evening. Should be fine. Maybe to hour 20? Yeah, that's good. Alright, can we see through this telescope yet? Okay, an ocean of stars stretches out before you. The night sky is no stranger, but you seldom see it with such intimacy. A deadly spell overtakes you. The stars blur out of their normal positions. When your focus returns, each of the celestial bodies cracks open. One by one, their light bleeding together. The stars converge to form a series of winking eyes. Greetings, pal. The words spell themselves out in the stars. Beneath the winking eyes, the crescent moon slowly widens and rotates into a grin. Whale? While you're looking around, try not to think too hard about what's up here. Some secrets are worth keeping. The largest of the eyes winks. You blink and the night sky reverts to its normal configuration.
Feeling alright? Talking to some dead people in there?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's find the Huntress. You spot the Huntress with ease, her bandolier of weapons standing out as a band of stars. You take down the constellation's coordinates. Let's look for the Panther. You spot the Panther near a crescent of stars, meant to represent a fallen bow. You take down the constellation coordinates. Alright, let's leave. Alright, now that we have the coordinates, we need to go to the array over here. The control mechanism of this array is tarnished, though recently oiled. Some of the levers show signs of meddling. A plaque to the side bears the mark of a hand swiping to brush away dust. Let's read the plaque. Bekarna, if you're reading this, you've forgotten again. You blasted your mind to bits trying to describe Bekarna's clarity of thought. I'm sorry. Never doubt yourself. Your years of research were well spent, even though no one called you an archmage at the end of them. Even if they laughed. I know you remember the legend of your favorite Hawana constellation, the Huntress. When you need a little confidence, set the coordinates of the Huntress and the 3 stages of her tail into this array. You can do more with half a brain than most competent wizards. Get back to work. Love, Bekarna. Okay, let's examine the controls more closely. Levers adjust a series of numbers, dials, which correspond to the altitude and azimuth of celestial bodies. Alright, let's enter the coordinates for the Huntress Legend constellation. Enter the coordinates you've collected so far, nothing happens. Let's manipulate the controls. You pull on levers and enter random numbers into the coordinates. When nothing happens, gears spin in the machine and reset the numbers to 0. Oh yeah, we're missing the rest of the books. I need to read those. Let's check our inventory and let's sort by time. Oh, there we go. We have the Leviathan. Okay. This volume records the text of the Hawana constellation legend. One passage has been underlined. The Huntress leaped from her boat in time to see the splintered in half as the Leviathan brought down its mighty tail. And the Kingfisher. This volume records the text of a Hawana constellation legend. One passage has been underlined. When fog thickened over the path, the huntress let out a piercing whistle and called for the Kingfisher, who hovered between her eyes and whispered of what lay ahead. And we've already read that one. Alright, let's go back and find those constellations. I can't believe I forgot those books. Let's look for the Kingfisher. There we go. Let's look for the Leviathan. And let's go enter those coordinates in.
I'll handle this.
Let's enter the coordinates for the Hunter's Legend constellations. Okay, so as the last number settles into place, you hear the sound of dormant gears beginning to turn. A low vibration builds under your feet. Okay, so we do get this item we can interact with. Let's go grab it. We get Whale of a Wand and also Bekarna's research. So we do have Bekarna's notes now. So we can return to Arkemir. And this is her last entry. Okay. It's kind of leading towards where we're going to be at very soon anyways.
Of course.
Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.